John Colo at DiscountJuicers.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and today we're going to do a head-to-head battle of the two best-selling hopper-style juicers in America at this time. We got the Kuvings Auto 10, and of course we have my favorite, the Nama J2 juicer. Now here's the thing, guys. Kuvings was able to advertise that it has the largest hopper, right, in the world when it was released. That being said, Nama said, no, Kuvings, you guys aren't going to one-up us. So now Nama has come out with their very own 3-liter hopper upgrade. Check the link down below for the hopper upgrade as well as the other accessories you can now buy for the Nama J2 to make it better, where I'm going to go into detail on those accessories specifically. But in this episode, I really want to compare the 3-liter hopper to the Kuvings with its already existing 3-liter hopper. If you guys check back to my original J2 versus Auto 10 video right down below, in that video, for a first time ever, I declared the juice off a tie, right? These machines basically run neck and neck. They make pretty much a similar amount of juice. They work great. I think the one up that the Kuvings had mainly was the 3-liter hopper. That is no longer an advantage because now Nama has a 3-liter hopper. The other advantage I believe that the Nama has actually over the Kuvings was that it has been out on the market for 2 years now, and all during the 2-year time, Nama has seen some of the challenges customers have had with the machine and have made small rolling incremental improvements to basically ensure that you guys have the fewest problems should you buy it. Meanwhile, the Kuvings is a brand new machine just released onto the public, and you know, so far the feedback is pretty good, although I have gotten a few complaints about it clogging and jamming. And so that brings us to the second video where I compare these head to head in the torture test when I juice uncut pineapple and uncut ginger. Link down below to that video, where in that video the pineapple pretty much produced exactly the same yield in both machines. That being said, when I did the uncut ginger, the Kuvings had a problem with it, but the Nama J2 stopped once, and then I turned it off, turned it back on, and then it continued to finish. So in that case, I would say the Nama J2 definitely inched forward above the Kuvings Auto 10. That being said, I know a lot of you guys really love that 3-liter hopper, and you believe, hey, we're in America, you live in Texas, bigger is always better, 3-liter hoppers rule, and the 2-liter hopper that is included with the Nama is just not as good. So that may have swayed a lot of people to buy the Kuvings with its 3-liter hopper. Now I want to let you guys know that that is no longer so, because now you can buy the Nama J2. It comes with a 2-liter hopper, but then get the upgrade and buy the additional hopper, which is sold as an accessory. It does not come with the machine, and Nama understands that many people may not want the larger hopper. They may be fine with the smaller hopper, but for those of you guys that want to get the larger hopper, you guys could do that, and you guys could buy the brand new larger 3-liter hopper. Look at the difference in size. That thing is huge. Now the other thing that the Kuvings had that the Nama did not have, it had an included Sorbet Screen, right? Both machines come with what they call a smoothie screen, which I'll post my link down below to the video where I share my opinions on the smoothie screens. That being said, of course, on the Nama, you could also buy an additional optional sorbet screen if you want it. So literally at this point, with the Nama, you could basically get all these items, right, for actually less than the Kuvings, right? And the cool thing is, if you guys buy this setup on the Nama, not only do you get the 3-liter hopper, you also get the 2-liter hopper. So this can be valuable to have 2 hoppers, because you could load up 1 hopper at night, you know, with the produce for, say, your wife or your child, with the produce in there, so you can like take this off, load it up with produce, put it in a plastic bag, put it in the fridge, right? Label it Johnny, and when Johnny wakes up in the morning, you could take this out of the fridge, put it on top of the juicer, turn the juicer on, and then have all his juice. Meanwhile, when you wake up in the morning and you're running late to work, you could have the 3-liter hopper labeled with your name, Anna, you know, and then put this hopper on top of the juicer, start the juicer up, and then you could have your juicer. And of course, the second person who juices their hopper has to clean the juicer, and you could be off to work. So that's really the benefit. And here's the thing, even when you get this setup, this whole setup, all these items, right, even buying these additionally, still costs less than the Kuvings Auto 10 juicer, right? And of course, my name is John Kohler, and I started my company DiscountJuicers.com back in 1998 to save you guys money when you buy the juicer and to get you guys the lowest price. I was able to undercut all the middlemen by going direct, to the distributor and manufacturers near me, and save you guys a lot of money because of my low overhead, and I still do that to this day. So if you guys want to get the lowest price on the Kuvings Auto 10 juicer, make sure you guys use the coupon code DJ10 at KuvingsUSA.com. And of course, if you guys want to save 10% off on the NAMA J2 and the accessories that I'm discussing today, the Sorbet Screen, as well as the 3-liter hopper, you guys could use a coupon code GOLARGE, because I want you guys to go large or go home with the NAMA J2, with the all-new 3-liter hopper that you could get with the Sorbet Screen for, yes, less than the Kuvings Auto 10. NAMA wants to make it affordable for you guys. They could have charged more for these upgraded parts, but the cool thing is you're going to pay less money and you're going to get this whole package, including now you're going to have the option of using different hoppers. Hey, if you're taking a weekend to bulk juice and juice a lot, you may want to use the 3-liter hopper. Hey, if you're going to work that day and you want to do a little bit less cleaning because there's less surface area in the 2-liter hopper and you're not juicing that much, hey, use a 2-liter hopper. Leave this one in the fridge. And like I said earlier, when you guys have 2 hoppers, you could load one hopper up with produce for the afternoon juice, load one up for the morning juice, load one up for your kids, load one up for your husband, load them up for your wife, and have it ready to go for them so they could just literally affix it to the machine, turn it on, and they could make juicing easy so that they could get more fresh juice into them, because NAMA is here to help you guys live a plant-forward diet and get more plants easily into your diet. So that's why I love this kit, because it's going to save you money, cost less than the Kuvings, and of course, in my opinion, NAMA also has better customer service than Kuvings, because NAMA has 24-hour customer service around the clock via email with customer service representatives in 3 different countries at this time. I guess in any case, I don't want to waste more time talking your ear off. What we're going to do next is actually we're going to juice the same even amounts of produce in both hoppers, 1 hopper full of produce, run the machines concurrently with the timer on so you guys can see which juicer juices faster, and more importantly, which juicer makes more yield in this battle of the hopper juicer juice off. So as you guys can see, we got the weigh-in going on. We got 1965.8 pretty much grams, and the scale's a little bit changing depending on the wind or something. But basically we got the same amount of produce on each scales. We got cut up pineapple, cut up oranges, lots of jicama, about 50% jicama, 1 beet, and a little bit of ginger. If you guys want to know why I'm not juicing a ton of fruit, check the link down below on why I encourage you guys not to juice all fruit and to do this to make fruit juice even healthier. In any case, let's go ahead and get the scales out of the way and let's get into juicing. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dump the produce into each of the juicers. To do this, I think I'm going to go ahead and remove the tops to do that, because we have approximately 100 ounces of produce. This is going to fill each of the hoppers up to the maximum fill, over the maximum fill line. So I don't recommend you guys try this at home. That being said, I don't pay attention to the fill lines, and I want to max out the hoppers to see how much juice we can make in each juicer and which juicer will perform better and faster. So let's go ahead and get this produce into each hopper. All right, as you guys can see, we got both hoppers filled literally to the brim. We're gonna go ahead and put the lids on now. I do have to say I like the Kuvings lid, because this, no matter what, will pretty much, even if you overfill it, will latch down and clip in. Whereas on the NAMA J2, while they did improve the hinge, definitely over the 2-liter hopper, where this goes on really nice and tight. And it locks in place as well. But being said, this has a propensity to basically pop open if you overfill the hopper. So in this case, I like how the Kuvings Auto 10 hopper clips on and you could overfill it. That being said, if you do overfill and it pops the lid up, because this lid is more flexible, it may unlatch the safety, which means the machine will not turn on. That being said, the original prototype Kuvings Auto 10 I actually broke off this little plastic tab because when you open this, you have to flip up on this plastic tab. It'll then bend a little bit, and mine actually broke on the prototype. That being said, this is a production model, whereas on the NAMA J2, I've never broken the little clip on the J2. So once again, each of these juicers have their own sets of pros and cons. All right, so with that, we are all ready and set up to juice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit the start button here, get that stopwatch going. We're gonna go ahead and turn both machines on at the exact same time on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, they are both running, they are both juicing. Now the cool thing about these machines is that I could literally get up and walk away and let the juicers do all the juicing without me. That is really the game-changing technology in these hopper-style juicers. If you guys have been juicing a long time, you guys know most juicers, you gotta sit there, push each produce item into the juicer. That's so 1987, guys. Get caught up with the times. Make your whole job juicing a lot easier with the Kuvings Auto 10 or the NAMA J2 with these hopper juicers that can juice a lot of produce at once without you. So actually I'm gonna clean up some of the dishes I've made so far, and we're gonna come back at you when the juicers are about done. As you guys can see, we are almost done juicing, and as you guys can see, the NAMA J2 finished first. I personally believe that the NAMA J2 has a little bit better design on the processing blade and the hopper than the Kuvings Auto 10. Pretty much there's a few remnants in there, which I do want to show you guys because I just packed everything in there, turned it on, walked away. I didn't try to press anything down, and we want to see which machine definitely pulls the produce into the machine better. Oh, interesting. The Kuvings Auto 10 is making a little bit of squeaking noise, whereas the NAMA J2's not making any. So we're going to go ahead and turn that machine off because it's been done. And it looks like the Kuvings is pretty much done also. Definitely making a squeaking noise. So as you guys can see, it's about 4:21 right now. And that's when the Kuvings, I will say, officially had finished. So what I'm going to say is this. The NAMA J2 finished a little bit more quickly than the Kuvings Auto 10. Not a whole lot more, maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds faster. So this machine, you know, in the case of the design, in my opinion, is a little bit superior. That being said, this also finished as well. Now, what is a little bit different is what is left in the hoppers, and this is not something I'm showing you guys for the first time. I've noticed this in all my other videos where I compare hopper juicers against each other. I generally find that the NAMA J2 hopper is a bit better designed due to the shape of the hopper and also the processing blade, where there is actually less residue left in the hopper. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys that real quick. So with the NAMA J2, we'll show you guys, and I mean, I'm not pushing this down. I mean, if I was juicing on my own, not doing a test, I would push this in so it would get juice, but I'm showing you guys real world experience, which this aligns with all my experience using these juicers off camera. You guys can see in this hopper, you know, it didn't get 100% of the stuff out, right? There's one thing that got impaled on the auger, right? One piece of pineapple, and we have a little bit of residue around the edge. Now, you could easily push this down in and it'll get juiced and whatnot, but I want to let you guys know that this is what's going to be left in the NAMA J2. You know, the 2-liter hopper, based on my testing, works a little bit more efficiently getting everything in to the machine. The 3-liter hopper will leave a tad bit more items, you know, stuck to the hopper sides that did not go into the machine. Of course, if you're juicing things like leafy greens that are pre-cut, those will tend to stick more to the sides. If you're cutting up little pieces of fruit and roots that tend to go in and drop in easier and not get stuck to the sides, that will work better. All right. Next, let's go ahead and show you guys what's left on the Kuvings Auto 10 hopper. So in the Auto 10 hopper, you guys can see there is definitely significantly more produce left in the hopper. Let's go ahead and show you guys side by side which one has more produce left in the hopper, right? Which hopper is more efficient, right? My personal opinion, and based on the testing I've done, is that the NAMA J2 hopper is just designed better. It's a better designed machine. It'll get everything into the hopper a little bit better than the Kuvings Auto 10. And look at the bottom. you guys can see basically there's nothing left on the bottom, whereas on the Kuvings Auto 10, you guys can see there's clearly some produce that did actually not even go into the machine. Plus, there's a lot more produce stuck on the auger and around the hopper than on the J2. So if you guys like something that's really well designed, then guess what? You guys want to go for the NAMA J2. It's just a little bit better designed overall than the Kuvings Auto 10 in my personal opinion, and based on my testing where I show you guys what's left in the hopper. That being said, what's left in the hopper and how the machines work and how fast they are one data point. Another data point is, of course, the yields. So let's go ahead and tip these machines up, see if we got any last bits of juice dripped out of each machine, and let's go ahead and compare the yields. Oh look, this is interesting. On the top of the Kuvings hopper, there's a piece of beet stuck. Nothing on top of the J2 hopper. All right, next up I want to go ahead and compare the yields for you guys. So over on the NAMA J2, we definitely got some foam. We got foam on both machines. I would say, you know, they're fairly equal in foam. If I had to say one had a little bit more foam than the other, I mean, I might say the Kuvings had a tad bit more, but for all practical purposes, the foam layers are about similar. What is a little bit different is the juice layer. So if we go down to the NAMA J2, you guys can see we basically got the juice layer up to the 3 cup mark on the NAMA J2. And if we go over to the Kuvings Auto 10, you guys can see just under the 3 cup mark, we have juice. So that means there's definitely more particulate and foam in the Auto 10, and it actually made a tad bit less juice. That's probably because all the produce that is sticking into the hopper that did not get juiced. In addition, if you look at the total juice line, it is actually including the foam. It's just under 5 cups of juice, whereas on the NAMA J2, it's pretty much at the 5 cup mark. So isn't that interesting? I mean, both these juicers are so close in performance. In this test, I would say the NAMA J2 edged out the Auto 10 just literally by a hair. So you guys just saw that the NAMA basically made a tad bit more. I mean, you could almost call this a tie, and if the Kuvings was a bit more efficient and actually got all the produce that was in the hopper that is stuck to it into the machine, it probably would have been a tie. But in this case, when I'm not flicking things down in, which, you know, normally you would do at home, right, it would be a tie. So that being said, you know, I want to show you guys, if you guys just put the stuff in and walk away and come back, what happens, showing you guys which machine is better designed. That being said, I want to do a taste test on the juice. Basically, what I'm thinking is that the Kuvings put a little bit more particulate into the juice, you know, and in my testing, previous testing, sometimes the particulate in the juice is the same. It, of course, depends on your specific recipe and the produce being used. That being said, once again, I believe these machines are pretty well tied in most situations. We're going to go ahead and pour off a little bit of the juice to try it for you guys on camera, the Kuvings Auto 10 juice. I mean, that's a good juice. Nice and mild, not too sweet. We got a lot of jicama in there. Jicama is one amazing vegetable I want you guys to juice because it kind of tastes a little bit sweet, but it doesn't give you a blood sugar hit like pineapple or like the oranges will, because it has the inulin or the fructooligosaccharides, which actually taste sweet to our taste buds, but actually we cannot absorb the sugar in there. What happens is our microbiome will basically break down the fructooligosaccharides or the inulin and basically get stronger. It'll actually improve your microbiome. So yeah, this is definitely a good juice. Feeling a little bit of texture in there. Delicious. Next up, let's go ahead and try the NAMA J2 juice. To your health. I mean, it's so similar. In this pour, I will say I definitely tasted a little bit more particulate than the Auto 10, but of course in this demonstration, I did not sieve out the juice. Links down below to my videos where I did the previous tests, and I did sieve out the juice for you guys to know the exact differences. And once again, you know, these guys are neck and neck. That was delicious. And don't forget to close your spout cap when you're done juicing so you prevent the drips. I encourage you guys also to leave the spout caps open when juicing, because when you mix in the bowl, you will tend to oxidize the juice more, losing nutrition, and more importantly, as the machine is trying to juice, it's literally swimming in juice. So based on my testing, your pulp will be a little bit more wet. So what am I gonna say after making this episode for you guys, right? Which one is the winner? Well, you know what? These machines, it's a really close race, but what I'm gonna tell you guys is this, right? In small, minute ways, the NAMA J2, based on my testing, based on this video, inches out the Kuvings Auto 10. Why? Number one, it's a lower price. You could get the 3-liter hopper with the 2-liter hopper with the smoothie attachment and sorbet attachment actually for less money than the Kuvings Auto 10. Of course, you will also have the 2 hoppers to choose from, not just one. So you get more with the NAMA J2. Also, we found out that NAMA has a bit better customer service than Kuvings. In addition, we found out that the run time to process the same amount of produce took a little bit quicker, maybe 30 seconds quicker, so it's going to save you guys time and the machine is going to work more efficiently. We also found out that when you're done, the hopper will have less residue, meaning less work for you to flick things down in because it didn't juice. You know, I believe companies should take the time to engineer and properly engineer the hopper and the processing blade so it sucks the produce in a little bit better. I know NAMA took 3 years before they released the original J2 with the 2-liter hopper to ensure that the processing blade and hopper design was the best possible so that it would work the most efficiently. And of course, finally we found out that the NAMA J2 made that much more juice, not a significant amount. And so for those reasons, I'm going to declare the winner of this juice off comparison, the NAMA J2, right? In small, minute ways, it out-inched the Kuvings Auto 10. And of course, with the NAMA J2, you get both hoppers. You get the 2-liter to do that when you want, or you could upgrade to the 3-liter if you want it. That being said, you guys could save your money if you're not going to be doing bulk juicing. If you don't have the extra money to spend, right, just get the NAMA J2 with the 2-liter included hopper and actually save your guys is about $100 or $95. You know, less than the Kuvings Auto 10, get a little bit better or similar performance and still have the efficiency, you know, faster run time, and in some cases, like I showed today, more yield. And based on the last video where I juiced the uncut ginger, less hassle with the NAMA J2. So if you guys want to know what I use at home these days, right, it's rare that I'll get out the Kuvings Auto 10 now. The thing I liked about the Auto 10 the most was the 3-liter hopper, but in other reasons I love the NAMA J2. So now with the NAMA J2 with the 3-liter hopper, that is what I'm using at my home nowadays. And here's the thing, the 3-liter hopper will not only fit the NAMA J2, but if you were lucky enough to buy the NAMA C2, which is their blender juicer combo, the 3-liter hopper will of course also fit your NAMA C2, so you could do bulk juicing with the NAMA C2. Also, check my link down below to the video where I made introducing the 3-liter hopper as well as the citrus attachment and other accessories they just came out with for the NAMA J2 to make it even better. And that's another thing I love about NAMA is that, you know, NAMA is working ongoing to improve the NAMA J2 experience. If you've already owned the NAMA, you could add on these accessories, right? They're not making it mandatory for you guys to purchase. Some of you guys may want them, some of you guys won't, right? They have not designed or they're not coming out with any machine to replace this capacity NAMA J2. What their philosophy is instead is that they will make ongoing small incremental improvements to improve the NAMA J2. I know about some of the new parts that they're currently making for the NAMA J2 to take it to the next level. And I don't believe, you know, Kuvings or other brands are doing this. Normally, most other brands in Korea, instead of improving their current machine and making it better for all you guys and then selling you guys the optional upgrades if you guys should want them, right? A lot of manufacturers will just come out with a brand new machine and then leave you guys high and dry. So for example, if you just got the Kuvings Revo 830 that came out a few years ago, the base actually looks similar, but Kuvings made it so that the top set won't fit on the Revo 830, and that left a lot of Revo 830 customers a little bit upset. You know, I think that companies should adopt the NAMA philosophy and make their old machines being able to get upgraded to the latest and greatest model. And that's the reliability and confidence you could have in NAMA, because I know about some of the improvements they'll be hopefully coming out with in the future, and it will definitely be worth the wait and actually make this machine you know, light years ahead of some of the others on the market. So I want you guys to get on the NAMA train if you're not already. So the last thing I want to mention is that if this video has helped you out, decide upon the best juicer to buy, the one that will best meet your needs. Hey, help me out, do me a favor, use my coupon codes, right? Use the DJ10 coupon if you guys want to buy the Kuvings Auto 10 at Kuvings USA. That'll save you guys $70 off the Kuvings Auto 10. And also, more importantly, Kuvings will share a small commission with me so I can continue to make these educational videos and show you guys the truth about the juicers. And of course, if you guys want to get my favorite, the NAMA J2, you guys could use the coupon code GOLARGE to save $55 off the main base unit, as well as 10% off the hopper and the sorbet attachment to ensure you guys get the lowest price. And of course, when you guys get the lowest price, use my coupon code. NAMA will also reward me and share with me a small commission so I can continue to make my educational videos, whether I'm comparing two juicers, dropping my knowledge bombs, because I've been juicing now for over 25 years, selling juicers for over 25 years. So I appreciate you guys so much that will use my coupon codes to not only save you guys money, because that's why I founded my company, but more importantly, you're going to allow me to continue to buy my produce, pay my utility bill, pay my video editor so I could make these videos for you guys to help you guys out. So I appreciate you guys so much who have used my coupon code or will use it in the future to help support me in my mission to share with you guys the best ways to process your fruits and vegetables. I love doing this, and of course, I love drinking the fresh juices that I make after all my demos. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. More importantly, please guys, share this with other people that are considering buying the hopper style juicers, whether they're looking for the NAMA J2 or the Kuvings Auto 10. This is a really good video to really shed some light on how these machines work behind the scenes, under the covers, not holding anything back. That'll help the YouTube algorithm rank this a little bit higher so that this message could get out to more people, and I appreciate that a lot. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button right down below so you don't miss out on my new and upcoming episodes. I've come out every 5 to 7 days. You never know what new juicers I'll be comparing, what juicer I'll be unboxing, or what new accessories I'll be showing you guys, or what new juicing knowledge bombs I'll be dropping on you so that you guys could become a juicer for life. Make sure you click the little bells to get notified as my new videos come in. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 800 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to comparing and contrasting all the different major brand juicers, vacuum blenders, as well as other appliances that will allow you to process more plant foods and get them in you in the best ways possible. Links also down below to the videos I've made in the past against the Kuvings Auto 10 and the NAMA J2, and some of my other videos that I really like that I've made with the Auto 10 and the NAMA J2 down below, so you guys can learn more about those machines before you make your purchase. So with that, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for YouTube visitors.